Hi, it's Squeezy, and in today's video I would like to share a few bad things about dropping out. The other day I did a video on the benefits of dropping out, which were quite a lot, and today I just wanted to share a few bad things that could happen to you when you drop out. The first bad thing that's going to happen to you when you drop out, whether you like it or not, you're going to have to catch an STD. This obviously has a cause to it. What will cause you to have an STD straight after you drop out is that you realize that you will be shagging so much. You shag so much to the point that you feel like your dick is telling you to stop. You feel your dick whispering to you that, can we stop shagging all these girls? I don't know what it is. It probably comes from stressing because you've dropped out. You have nothing to do. You have so much time, and all you can think about is girls or guys if you're a slag. But if you're a guy, then you're probably just gonna think about girls. If you're gay, then you're gonna think about bamming guys. And if you're a lesbian, then you're gonna think about what lesbians think about. So that's a bad thing. I caught a few STDs. Some of them are very bad. As soon as I dropped out, man, you just shag anyone. You shag every girl in Salford and Manchester, and you just end up getting some STDs, and it's very, very bad, trust me. The other bad thing about dropping out is that you get addicted to wanking. I'm gonna be honest, man. Before I dropped out, I was a normal kid, but then I just ended up wanking all the time. Like when you're in school, someone actually limits you on the amount of times you have to wank a day. So if the teacher is teaching, you're not gonna wank, are you? Except if you're weird as fuck and you play with yourself when the teacher is teaching. But other than that, it's really hard to do in school, so that kind of stops you from getting addicted to wanking. So you can only wank after school hours. But when you're at home and you've dropped out, you have nothing to do, fam, you end up wanking over stupid things. One time you wake up, you see a cup or a plate, and the plate will look like your vagina, and before you know it, you're wanking, man. It's addictive. But now I'm not addicted to wanking anymore. I'm addicted to other things. But it was very hard to come out of it, to come out of the wanking period. I had to sit down and pretend that there were no women on earth, and there were just aliens and men, and that's it. So then that stopped me from being horny all the time. That's the problem. You're gonna be on horny all the time because you'll have so much time to focus on your body. You feel like your body wants to shag something because you're constantly horny if you have nothing to do. That's why people back in the ancient times used to shag so much. Those guys used to shag so much, like they could just shag on a well, in the cave, like stuff like that, because they had nothing to do. That's what happens. You'll be horny all the time if you drop out. The other bad thing about dropping out is that you always feel stressed. That's the truth. You always feel like your whole life is ruined, like you have nothing good going on for you. You always feel depressed. You feel like drinking bleach. I always try to avoid going to the kitchen or the bathroom, so I try to shit outside because I'm scared of going to the bathroom and I might see a bottle of bleach and drink it, or down in the kitchen I might see bleach there and I might drink it. So I try to avoid places with bleach because I'm constantly stressed. You get stressed all the time to the point that you want to take your own life. I always avoid stairs because I might push myself downstairs and die. So basically all I do is I make sure I stay in bed the whole day. This is my bed as well. I'm probably sleepwalking doing this video. So I try to avoid anything that might kill me, even chains. Sometimes I try to stay away from chains because you're always stressed, man. Yeah, you could get so stressed you wrap this chain around your neck, before you know you've killed yourself. That's one of the bad things about dropping out, man. If I knew before I dropped out, I would have made sure that I moved to a planet where there's no bleach or knives where I could stab myself or commit suicide, or buildings. I've not been in buildings for a long time because I might go on top of a building and I might remember how stressed I am and how miserable my life is going to be, and I might jump off that building. The other bad thing about dropping out is that you start going insane. When you're in school and stuff, you always do the same things over and over again, but you see people all the time. Whereas when you drop out and most of your friends are in college, uni or high school or whatever, you are always at home going through the same routine and you kind of get bored of it. So what happens is that you get into this insanity, like you go mad. Like that's why I'm a bit crazy. Like I have all these ideas in my head that are so evil and dark because because it's the insanity, it's kicking in, it's eating me up. Like I see aliens in my dreams, I see Satan, like I can see Satan just around there. I see imaginary people. Sometimes you find me in the bedroom talking to imaginary friends. I know all this started when I dropped out. Sometimes I pretend I have an imaginary girlfriend, then I shag her, then I finger her. So sometimes if you ever see me walking and I'm doing this, it's me fingering my imaginary girlfriend, because it's the insanity, man. It just kicks in and you have nothing to do. So it is kind of rough, trust me. Dropping out is not the best thing, you know, and going to school is not the best thing. So I don't know, man. It's either you can jump off the building. The sooner you jump off the building, it's probably the sooner the better. But yeah, that's probably something depressing. Yeah, I'm just sick of seeing aliens all the time. Like sometimes I see aliens and I start imagining alien porn in my head, and it's mad. Like I'm thinking, what the fuck is wrong with me? But yeah, it's the insanity. It kicks in on you because you haven't seen people. Like I can't remember the last time I saw any of my niggas, my boys. I forgot how they look like. I would meet one of my boys and they'll come to talk to me and I'll slap them because all I see is a monkey because they're black. But that's obviously racist. But yeah, when I meet my black friends, they all look like chimpanzees and monkeys, and it's just messed up. It's the insanity, bro. That's what happens when you drop out. It's mad. The other bad thing about dropping out is that you're constantly worried. You're constantly worried that your friends are gonna go ahead in life before you. You're constantly worried that your friends in college are pulling more girls than you. You're always worried that maybe someone in the uni is pulling more girls than me. So you're worried about all these things. You're worried that someone out there might be dealing more than you know, and it kind of worries you. You're worried that you don't see anyone to slap, because sometimes, you know, when you're in college you have a few people to slap, like a few people to slap, man. When someone annoys you, slap them, or you slap a bitch, you slap a slag. But when you're at home, man, you're always worried that you can't do any of this, and it just grows up on you. The other bad thing about dropping out, actually the last thing about dropping out, is that you're always sleeping, man. That you just get caught up in a pattern where you can't stop sleeping. It's just bad. I'm always sleeping, man. Even if small thing annoys you, you just want to go to bed and sleep, because that's your life. Your life's fucked, man. There's nothing you can do about it. So I just lie in bed and, you know, imagine, and then I have dreams shagging aliens and dead people and stuff like that, you know, messed up stuff, bro. And that's all you have, man. That's all you have. Dead people and aliens, sex, porn, that's it. You know, you go crazy, you know. You can't stay awake anymore because you're thinking your life is fucked. But really, it's not. Your life is not really fucked. It's just that it's time taking its course. That's the right word for it. But yeah, it's hard, you know. Your dick is always hard as well, but that's how life is, man. You just have to grab it and wank it off and then go back to bed. Yeah, so those are some of the bad things about, you know, staying in all the time, you know, sleeping all the time. Yo, I will sleep. Sometimes I'll sit down, watch a show, an episode, and I'm sleeping. Cause I love sleeping, because when I sleep, I have dreams of alien porn, and that kind of makes me happier. So yeah, that's the thing. But anyway, that was it from today's video, and peace.